Anyone in the room, go ahead and mute so we don't hear a bunch of echoes because I got the owl turned on.
Why would I be doing that?
So quick introduction to Scott. Scott and I and Jodi met about 4 years ago. We negotiated hiring his son away from whatever he was doing beforehand, and he became our marketing director for the branch. So as I mentioned in the meeting, anything you've been receiving from marketing, it says, Greg Hudspeth, that's Scott's son. And he's learned from Scotty a lot, and they do a lot of collaboration together for helping you guys when you ask us for certain reports or presentations or what have you. We go to Greg. Greg goes to Scott. We do a combination. So between the two, they're pretty good support for us from marketing, AI, social media, all things like that. However, Scott has been a loan officer and a realtor, and he got into coaching many years ago. And so we hired him as our own personal business coach, Jodi and I. And he's been instrumental in helping us and our team grow our business, have systems in place, and help us just know what we're going to do the day we show up to work. So we're not just wondering what to do and if emails are going to direct our day, et cetera. We direct the day and control it, and we address emails as they come in because we're all absorbed by emails every day, I'm sure. So we asked Scott today. He's been knee deep in AI everything. It's a big passion for him. He loves all the new things that come out to help create whatever is needed for the industries, both yours and ours. And so we asked him if he would do a presentation to you guys today about that. It was requested actually to see what we can do with that to help you, along with the Buffini ones that you've been looking at and seeing as well. And he's been gracious to do some work to get this prepared. He's going to show you things that we feel are going to be appropriate from a standpoint of not just rah, how do we make you look better? It's how do you make your days more efficient for you guys? How do you, I'll let him continue on with what he's going to do, but we had a whole meeting about what was brought to me and Jodi to share with Scott for you that came to us from you guys. So hopefully you walk away with really good information, some great ideas, and then Scott open up his doors to do some follow-ups if any of you, if you feel that it warrants that, so that you don't get this and go, now what? He can help you with the now what if you want. He's not charging anyone to help with that, so he's been gracious enough to accept our payments every month to help you guys. And he's worth every penny for us. So with that said, I'll let Scott take it away and go from there.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the introduction. Excited to be here with you today. And I do have something that you guys are going to be the first to see, which I'm uber excited about. I was up at 3 a.m. this morning, believe it or not. I think probably Jodi was up too because she never sleeps either. So I should have just texted you, said, hey, what's happening? Enjoy your coffee. So I was up finishing up the final touches. I've been, like Mitch said, knee deep in AI stuff. I got a little short presentation, but then I want to share with you what I've built that I truly believe will help you guys for today, because AI is forever changing every single day. It's hard to keep up with. So it's eat, live, and breathe it, or you're just going to fall behind. And that's one of the things. But I want to share with you guys a video that I found, just a real quick video, short, sweet. You guys probably know Stephen Bartlett, but let me just share this really quick. Share sound. Can you guys see this okay? All right, and that is off. So I'm gonna play this and then just kind of show you the scope of AI. So it's growing at such a fast pace that we need to be aware of what's happening, but then how to use it in the real estate business to our advantage.
Already has an IQ of 120. Average IQ in the world is 100. It's got 120 IQ, and people say it's not that smart yet. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's got 120 IQ in every single subject known ever to humanity. It's the world's perfect polymath, and it's only going to get better. We'll be at 200, then 400, then 1,000, then 10,000, then 1,000,000. We've gone through these revolutions before. Farmers with plows in the fields get replaced, and horse and carts get replaced. Everything gets replaced. And I think we've got about 6 years before the economy changes. The issue we've got coming with AI is that population growth has been falling all over the world. We talked about kids not having kids, and the entire Western world is now not at replacement. So you need 2.2 children per family to just keep the population stable. Now we've got immigration,
So I want to kind of stop it right there, but I'll go into my little presentation. So it's not here to replace us. It's here to replace, I truly believe it's here to replace the people that aren't embracing AI, the ones that use it in their business to be human, stay visible, and remind people of who we are and what we do for a living. So let me just go to my other little short one here. I'm going to go slideshow from the start. All right, so I'll just go over this, and then it's going to lead into what I'm super excited about to help you guys in regards to, I'll just start with prompting. Like everybody, you hear the word prompting all the time, and prompting is just asking AI a question, and it's giving you an answer. And so I'm going to kind of just go over this, the AI advantage, how agents are using it, using AI to work smarter and close more deals. Let a couple more people there. Good showing today. So again, excited to be here, guys. So the honest question, how many people, and just raise your hand, put it in the chat box, have you used AI on a consistent basis or just a little bit, kind of like toying around with it, not really sure which direction to go with it? Is there anybody, has everybody kind of embraced it, used it a little bit? Or is it kind of like, I'm not even going up, I got one heads, I got two hands. Okay, cool. So a couple of you are using it a little bit. Is it for the most part, just I'm staying away from it. I'm going to just do what I do and that's okay. It's all good. Would that be a fair statement? Okay. So, all right. So the market reality, so here's the big thing, instant expectations. Are we getting more like, do we want like answers now or do we want to wait? Do we want to talk to like click 1, click 2, click 3, whoever we want to talk to? We have shrinking attention. We have, I don't know how many, 70,000 things coming at us per day. It's insane. Rising competition, more agents competing for fewer listings. Although in Colorado, Mitch and I ran some numbers and I'll show you guys, there's quite a few listings. So congratulations out there. In Florida, not so much. The advantage today isn't experience or connections, it's speed and consistency of beating people to the punch when it comes to AI and again, staying visible. So AI will not replace agents, but agents using AI will replace those who don't. AI is leverage, not a replacement. It's different between working 60-hour weeks and close. I've showed Jodi and Mitch a couple things that I've used that have saved me so many hours a week that it's not even funny. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of those things as well. Advantage 1, speed advantage. So how to turn 30-minute task into 3 minutes. Actually, I don't even know if it takes 3 minutes to do some of the things that I used to take me an hour to do. So it's pretty insane. And I'll show you some of that stuff and some cool apps, but you can use them for things like listing descriptions, follow-up sequence, content creation. You can, if you ever, I don't know, this is going to blow your mind, but if you've ever wanted to write a book, I've written a book using ChatGPT within an hour and a half. Like literally keep asking me questions, the next chapter, next chapter, next chapter. You can do stuff like that. Advantage number 2, consistency advantage. So most agents fail not from lack of skill, but from lack of consistency. Like it's one more thing on my calendar. So what if you had it create a 30-day content calendar for you that you just copy and pasted? Whoops. Let me go back here. Weekly market updates delivered like clockwork. So like you could push a button or put in the right prompt, and now you have a weekly market update to send to your database. And the whole point of creating this stuff is to stay visible, stay human. And then I'm trying to get Jodi. Jodi does this really great, and Mitch does this. Like they give presentations. I'm trying to do more video marketing because video is going to make you more relevant, more visible. So in agents that do video marketing, there's stats. You can Google this on NAR. Like the agents that use video are 50 to 70% more likely to get the deal just from building their brand and doing video marketing. So monthly newsletters, like we don't have to think about this anymore. 52 creative touch points or touch ideas for the entire year. So every single week, give me 52 creative touch points within minutes of putting the prompt in there. Advantage number 3, positioning advantage. Most agents sound exactly the same. Why not use it to, like if I go to, and I've done this with several agents where I go in and I go, let me just search your name as an agent and see what comes up. It should be congruent with Facebook, LinkedIn. If you're on Instagram, I have some friends that closed 35 million last year just using Instagram and local businesses. So premium bio, make it who you are, make it yourself. Niche statement, create a clear positioning statement that makes you the obvious choice. Value proposition, strengthen what makes you different and worth choosing over competitors. And then advantage number 4, objection handling. Did you know that, and I'm going to show you something really cool I'm like really excited about, but how to overcome objections. Is that not the one thing that holds a lot of people back? Is what do I say to your price, your commission's too high, or I want to price higher and this is what I believe it's worth. Of course, they think it's worth $1 million, it's worth 500. So pricing conversations, wait and see. Hey, I'm going to wait and see what rates do. Like, you haven't heard that, right? Difficult responses, craft professional. So I'm going to show you some cool stuff on that. But these are all things that we at our fingertips can have in seconds on a computer and even on our phone. I had a buddy of mine build a complete, robust CRM system on his phone, believe it or not, using AI. It's pretty insane what we can do with AI these days. So follow-up intelligence, follow-up wins everything. The fortune's in the follow-up. So this is one of the ways that you can stay visible, stay relevant, stay human. I'm going to keep saying human because Gary Vaynerchuk, he said that and this already exists, but he said there's someday that we're going to hire a human to take a walk with us. So it's pretty crazy how far this AI thing is going. So 12-month nurture plans, referral scripts, check-in templates, thoughtful messages that rebuild relationships, revisiting the people that maybe were going to buy last year but didn't because maybe the lack of inventory or too much inventory or just wasn't ready. There's all kinds of things we can do there. So advantage number 6, client experience. I'm a big one on this. Jodi and Mitch, they're huge on this. Creating a referable or unforgettable experience so that when you work with somebody, they are so static and so it's that like they're prompted with all these things that they were thinking in their mind, emotions and like scarcity and am I doing the right things? And you're there for them to answer that question, but more importantly, create that amazing referable experience so they want their friends to have the same experience. Live scenario. So let's just take. I'm gonna do this in just a second. So let's just take. Is there anybody here that wants to share a situation that they're currently working on? Anything at all? I know it's scary when you just ask that question, but is there anybody on here that wants to just put in? I'm working on, and it's just a 1-line, 2-line of what you're working on, and anybody can say anything in the chat.
We do, Scott. What?
I have a condo that hasn't had one showing in 10 days. It's the first 10 days on the market, not a single showing.
Okay. Well,
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. So it's haven't had a showing in 10 days, right?
Correct.
All right, cool. So let's just do this. Let's go to
Ever since list.
Okay. Let me just go. I'm going to get this a little smaller here so you guys can see it. So let's just go into. Let's just go to. Haven't had a. And did you say 10 days?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been listed for 10 days and no
okay.
shots.
That I haven't. And I'm not even going to spell it right, just for time purposes. Listed for 10 days. No calls. No queries. Any ideas what I can do to get some ACE activity?
Put no showings. I don't know if that matters. Oh yeah, I see you had it at the beginning and then showing.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna see what it says here, but I might have put in like price, location, condition type things too, but like it's gonna say price checker that like so it's gonna give me some ideas to think about. So this one says price check, the number 1 lever. Even in a slower market, well-priced homes get showings. Ask yourself, are they clearly the best value versus active competition? Did any new competing listings hit the market since you priced? Are you priced based on closed comps or hopeful sellers? A 2 to 4% strategic. Photos and first impressions. Listing description that sells emotion or a story. Exposure audit. Make sure it's everywhere. You guys can see within seconds I have just like revive of maybe things to think about that might help me get some activity on this. Condition and show ready factor. Create urgency. Honest seller conversion. or excuse me, honest seller conversations. The market is speaking, price, presentation, promotion, or a mix, price range, area, property. So I can give more targeted. So like you can go on and on and on and talk about this, but I just want to, it kind of, it lets you really quickly revisit what you're thinking or what you're not thinking, or maybe, as experienced agents, I heard you guys are, experienced here. You might not have thought of things like this. Give me.
What's the prompt that he used? He just said.
I'll just say, I haven't had it showing on a house, it's very
It's
top.
very top. I'm
Yeah, it's that one right there.
Said.
Hey, Scotty,
Yeah.
can you ask them to put these bullet points into like a custom, a presentation for the seller conversation?
Great idea.
about
Yeah.
Just adding something to the marketing strategy.
Love it.
You know, you everything right, so.
Yeah. So what I did, Jodi, great idea. So put these into a presentation so I can share with the seller a presentation in PowerPoint format. And I'm going to show you guys something really crazy that you can do in seconds. So it's going to create a PowerPoint presentation with what it just told me.
He can do it in seconds. I can never do it in seconds. I hear that a lot. We talk to Scott. He will help.
You could.
Yes.
Now, do you have to ChatGPT that you pay for?
Yes, it's a
Yes.
program. It's $20. I think it's 20 a month.
And I would highly, here's why I would highly recommend that is because it remembers who you are, how you talk, your vibe, the words you use. So when you actually put presentations like this together, it'll give them to you. And like, if I feel it's not talking in my vibe, I've used it for, I don't know how many years, but I'll say, this is not my vibe, put it in my vibe, and it'll use different words according to how I speak. But what it did is it just created a PowerPoint for me. How showing strategy. So watch this. So I'm going to literally download it, and I'm going to show you the download. And I'm going to show you how to make it look really pretty for your sellers in a couple seconds here. Let's see which one is it. Is it this one? You guys see that?
Yes.
All right. So it's got all these slides that just black and white, which is what everybody used up until the AI come out. So now I'm going to show you guys something even crazier within seconds, Mitch. It's called, and this is your first fun one. Like this is going to blow your mind. So it's called Gamma App. Okay. GAMMA. Where is it at? Which one is this one right here? Okay. It's called Gamma App. I created the presentation I'm showing you guys today in this. So when you log in, you're going to create new. I'm going to import a file, or I could even paste the text. Mitch and Jodi sent me a text version of something yesterday. I pasted it in here, and this is kind of crazy how neat this is. So import file, upload a file, and then I'm going to go grab the upload, home showing strategy. And then I want to separate it by slide. So I'm going to literally, I don't choose anything here. It's a presentation. I could even turn it into a web page, a document, or a social post. I'm going to click continue. And then I'm going to do concise because I want, see how it literally broke it into slides for me? It's still black and white, 9 slides. Then I click generate, and right in front of you, it's going to build out a beautiful PowerPoint presentation that you can edit right inside here, download, export, send as a link as a presentation of why maybe they haven't had any showings or any interest in the home. So AI will build it right in front of us now. It'll put pictures in here. You can upload your own pictures if you want of the home very easily. I'll show you how to do that. So it's going to take what was in those slides and put it in each one as a professional presentation for you. See, Mitch, I'm not really that smart, so I just know how to use the smart tools.
He's got
Many
one
steps
that's
ahead.
writing. Does it have the ability, like if you then prompted it, I'm sure there's another plugin that says, can you turn this presentation into a video using my avatar? Would that do it?
So I haven't got to the video avatars yet, but yeah, that's 100%. Like it's going to be coming very
Then I would do
soon.
more video if it would just do it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, like, well, and that's going to be, well, Jodi, you bring up a good point. That's going to be a problem for a lot of people, because what it's going to do is it's going to have you record a video of yourself for like 5 minutes. It's going to know how you speak. It's going to have your voice. It's going to have how you look. You're going to turn your head this way, up, down, whatever. And then you'll be able to create video at scale just by putting in like words of what you want to say in that video. And it'll be you talking. It'll be you walking down. I've seen videos where people are walking down the road and it's not them, it's an AI of them. So that's what we have to stay really close to our, but this is, so you'll see the pictures of the home. Now you could literally click on this right here, and there's a edit with agent, or you could literally upload a, let's see, is it this one? Let's see, which one is it? Here's the, I don't do a whole lot of editing on this because it literally creates a really nice accent in. So edit. So if you wanted to edit the image and put a picture of the actual home that your listing is about, you could do that as well. So, and I think this is $15 a month. I've never had to pay upgrades, and I'd use this almost every day for presentations. So that's gamma.app, GAMMA.app. And then if you want to share it, all you do is hit export, and you can do it as a PDF, a PowerPoint, export to Google Slides, or export ping, whatever you want to do there. You can actually push to your social media if you want, publish to a site. It's pretty insane what you can do with this. So if anybody wants, like, hey, that really kind of struck a chord with me and I want to know more about that, because you're doing some presentations with different buyers, sellers, or you just want to know more about that, that's where we could go deeper with this stuff. All right.
Yep.
So there's nothing that you like, if you can, like, for example, let me give you a silly thing how I used AI. My tenant at my house in Colorado, I have home in Windsor. He's like, hey, there's something wrong with the hot tub. And I said, okay, did you take a picture of it and ask ChatGPT, tell it the problem and ask what it might be? And he's like, what? And he goes, yeah, just take the panel off of the hot tub, take a picture of the hot tub and tell Chat what it's doing, and then give a picture of the inside of the hot tub. And it literally word for word told him how to fix it and told him what was the problem, and it fixed it. Another way to use ChatGPT, if somebody's writing notes or taking notes, you can actually take a picture of the notes and say, hey, Chat, put this in a Word format for me, and upload your pic of the notes, and it'll pull all the words right from the piece of paper into a nice Word doc, so you don't have to transform it into something that you can store in your computer. All kinds of crazy cool stuff, right? So, Barry, did you say something?
Get started.
All right. Okay, let me find out where my presentation is here. Did I get rid of it? Okay, here we go. All right, so I want to do an example. Okay, so let me just go back to this. It's right here. So there we go. You guys can see that. Okay, so the problem with AI, I always like the prompt is the prompt could be as small as one sentence. It could be a whole book. It could be a whole book. So, and one of the classes that we can do for you guys that I'd highly recommend is if you want a new website, I'll show you how to build one in 30 minutes using ChatGPT and this other system called lovable.dev. It'll blow your mind. I did it for one of Mitch's agents, and I don't know if is Mitch, is he in the room or on here?
No, he's not.
Okay. So, so like there's like, if you can think it or want to talk about it, just let me know. So too many tools, right? We're just bombarded every single day. There's 10 webinars every single day we could join about AI. There's 10 webinars about tools, system strategies. Getting advice that sounds good. Using it once or twice, then like, okay, I just don't like, for the longest time I kept going back to Google. Now I never go to Google for anything. I go to Chat for everything. Did you guys know you can talk to Chat? And Jodi, you're going to laugh at this really hard. Have you ever, so let me I got to show you this because it's kind of hilarious. So Jodi, who does this sound like? Let me just show you. You're going to laugh.
It'll replace your therapist.
I'm telling you. So there's this little button.
What's wrong with my husband, Chat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and you can change the voice of the chat, but I'm not going to tell Jodi who it is, but it's really not him, but it's, everybody laughs when I show it. But see this little use voice? Hey Chat, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm ready to help with whatever you need, whether it's brainstorming, problem solving, or even just chatting. What's on your mind today?
Can you guys hear that?
Yes.
Loud
Okay.
and clear.
So
Great.
chat, I have a listing that has been on the market for 10 days and I just can't seem to get any traction. There's nobody calling. Nobody wants to see it. I can't figure out what's wrong. You have any ideas?
It's frustrating when there's no traction. I get it. Usually, though, it boils down to a few key things: price, presentation, or exposure. Have you compared your pricing against recent sales or checked if new listings popped up? Sometimes even a small price adjustment or refresh in how it's marketed can trigger action. Let's figure out what lever you want to pull.
So let's pull, is there just an influx of inventory? Is there too much inventory and it's in Denver, Colorado?
In
Louisville, Colorado.
Okay.
That's all
Denver
right.
just did. So what it's doing is it's looking up the inventory. It's going to give us some feedback.
Got it. Once you get a handle on what's going on with inventory, whether it's a flood of new listings or not, it'll guide your next move. If there's a lot of competition, maybe a slight price tweak or highlighting a unique feature can get you back in the spotlight. Let me know what you find out, and we can brainstorm the next steps.
So, and Mitch, you said this could replace your counselor 100%. Like if you have an emotion about something, put it in chat and say, hey, this is how I feel. I don't know why I feel this way. I've coached on this, and like a mom of a couple daughters, she's like, I don't feel like I'm being a good mom. So she had a chat with chat and had a conversation with her about that. So
Who is the voice? Is it Bear Grylls?
yeah,
Who's the voice?
So Jodi, Mitch, you know who it is.
Jamie Miller.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie. Okay. Yeah.
It's actually my coach.
Communication.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
a
it's our coach, yeah.
communication coach that we all attend
Yeah.
and listen to.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, it's funny. But I challenge you to have a conversation with it, because like get comfortable with it, because it can, I don't know, it's quick, it's fast, it's having a conversation. The more you talk to it, how you talk to it, you let it know who you are, what you do for a living, that you're a real estate agent, the city you work, maybe the state you work, the different ways that you market for your clients, your listings, how you help your buyers negotiate, all these things. If you tell chat, it remembers that stuff. That's why the paid version is so important, because when you start putting stuff in here and you're like, hey, give me a listing presentation for 1 to 3 test drive, it'll literally bust out a listing presentation for you in your vibe with all the different things that you say you do to help get a home sold fast and for the most amount of money. All right.
It brings your personality into all of it.
All of it. Yeah, it's scary. And it'll even, once you put your website in there, it'll throw your website into a presentation, throw your email in there, your phone number, like it'll literally automatically remember all that stuff and start throwing it into the presentation. So I'm going to jump into what I created, which was Agent AI Fuel. And finding a domain name with AI in it, I Googled one that was like $4 million the other day. So I'm like, I'm probably not going to buy that one anytime soon, unless Mitch can give me a loan. But so if you guys are seeing this for the first time, I think 5 people have seen this. My son has seen it, and I showed him, and he was impressed. And I showed like 4 people today, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is really cool." So it's agentaifuel.com. You can go here and sign up. So if you just go to, I would love you to come in and break it, or give me suggestions on how to make it best for you guys. So I took the prompt work out of all of this. So when you go here, just get started now, and it'll let you sign up for free. There's no credit card. There's no nothing. We're never gonna ask you for anything. But I want to show you the inside of it, of what I've put in here, and just to share with you a couple things that I think you'll love is in regards to AI that takes the prompt work out of it. So when you first come in, it gives you today's priorities, and it's gonna ask you if you're a new agent on the sign up, growing agent, or a top producer. So it's going to give you different strategies.
Scott, we're still on the PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry.
That's okay. Yep.
All right. How about now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you'll see when you go to Agent AI Fuel, you'll hit that get started and go from there. And so I actually built this myself using AI. Okay. So it's not like I'm a genius coder. I wish I could say I was, but I'm not. But I'll just be fully transparent. This is what you can do with AI And so I wanted to build something for my agent partners, for Mitch and Jodi's agent partners, so you guys can use AI to the fullest and not have to think about what prompt to use. So the first one is it gives you a little AI priorities. The second one is a success plan. Jodi's familiar with this. There's videos behind each one. That's not really the power behind this. If you just did this part right here, anybody that did this would have more opportunities because it puts you back to staying visible, staying real, staying authentic. It helps you use social media, which I feel is the right way, by giving likes, giving comments, happy birthday videos, calls, conversations, text messages, the things that we should be doing on a daily basis. Okay. It has an active deals section, which is pretty cool. So if you enter a deal, you have all these cool little things you could say is next move. You could have, there's a follow-up in here when you're supposed to contact them. And if you commit, I didn't create a CRM system because I didn't want to get into the legal jargon of sending emails and text messages and stuff like that, because I've personally had some friends get hit. So I'll let you guys do that, copy paste and put it into whatever system you want. But if you make a call to this person, it's going to ask you when the next time you want to follow up with them is. And then you can put that in there and come back here and keep track of when that is. If you want to create a drip campaign and it's going to go off of what stage you're at, it'll literally create drip campaign and it'll let you do that for you. It's got a follow-up section where if you put a contact in here and you just say the relationship is warm and I haven't talked to him, and if I put in Mitch and I put is a warm lead and I haven't talked to him in 3 days, it's going to generate an AI script for me of ideas of what to say when I reach out to this person. So I took the prompting out of it. It's going to create it for you. So it's medium best text today. So it's going to give you a text message, an email template, and a call if you want to call them, or all three. So that's there. A really cool payment calculator that I built. I actually built this too, and it allows you to put in a payment, and it also puts it against rent versus buy and waiting, which I think is huge because a lot of people think that waiting is going to save them money when it's going to cost them a ton of appreciation, especially in this market. So as soon as rates go down, we're going to see Barbara Cochran, I don't know if you guys know her from Shark Tank. She's a high-end real estate agent. She's saying that when rates come into the fives, which we're there kind of flirting with, but when we get there consistently, there's going to be an influx of buyers that come in that are pent up demand. There's people that bought homes during COVID that didn't really want to buy that home. They just wanted to win the deal. And so what this kind of does is you put in the numbers and you come down here and it asks you to generate, and you can put in the rent versus buy and cost and then generate PDF, and it'll show you the cost of waiting and what their payment would be on a specific house, so you can get from Jodi and Mitch when you give it to them. So if you're out shopping and stuff, it's kind of a real quick way to find out what the payment would be. I put a seller net sheet in here, which is pretty cool. And when you come in here, there's a little AI, a little fill demo. So it'll fill in the demo. And so you guys can try that. I heard, a lot of agents were asking for seller net sheets. So I put that in here, and then you can print this out as well. And it'll give you a printout with your branding in it to go with it. So that took away the prompting in that. Let me see back to here. Deal analyzer. This is pretty cool. Is there anybody here that works with investors? To investment products and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So again, there's always going to be a demo on all of these, so you can just see what it looks like. So purchase, here's the address. I put in a fake address, the interest rate, property taxes. You can fill all that in. Analyze deal, and then it'll again give you numbers on the breakdown of that home with your branding on it. So you can very quickly, within minutes, put together a really cool deal analyzer for your investors. I love this one. This is the one that Mitch and I did. And I think we did Denver, Colorado. And it would just generate market pulse. So you can really quickly come in here and find out what your market's doing, what your city's doing, home median price, average days on market. This is all AI driven. Talking points about it, social media caption if you want. That's pretty cool. AI coach. I put an AI coach in here. So if you I had this situation where how do I handle, I need to think about it, or give me 3 post ideas for today, or write a follow-up text for a buyer who ghosted me. Love this one. So hit it. And it'll just literally give you ideas of what you could say to a buyer that ghosted you. Any questions on any of those?
No
All
questions,
right,
but
cool. All right, here's a
thumbs
good
up.
one. Here's a good one. Role play. Listing presentation. You can role play with AI on your buyer presentation, price reduction, expired listing, FISBO, objection heavy client, investor pitch. So you can literally role play with those if you want. You guys can come in and play with this anytime you want. I love this negotiation coach. It's where, and I'll just try a demo. So I'll just try a demo. I'll do low appraisal, or let's just say contingency negotiations. And it'll if you hit the demo, or if you put in your actual content, it'll literally give you suggestions on what to do, what to say, ideas, maybe help you learn or better what you're already saying or what you're already doing. And you might be doing it if you're not. I always tell Jodi, if it's working, don't fix it. Just keep doing what you're doing. But this might give you other ways or other things to say when you're having that situation. And then it put the top objections in here. So if you guys come in here and say, hey, Scott, add this objection, I'm like, sure, I'll add it. And this is all, again, I need to think about it. Your commission is too high. We're going to wait for rates to drop. We want to sell FISBO first. Let's just run that one, which is a common one, right? If you meet somebody that wants to sell FISBO, here's some things that you can say. So it prompts kind of the thought that you would say in ChatGPT, but it does it right here for you. So kind of the feel, felt, sound, found is a great, like that. I feel the same way I felt, whatever. The safety and convenience approach. The whole point is to build a relationship, make it relationship based, so that when they are ready to sell, if they're going to sell for sale by owner, they choose you. All right, drip campaigns. You want to create a drip campaign for somebody? You can literally go right here, select the lead, seller lead, form, and then put in the name. It'll create a 7-touch drip campaign for you. Open house follow-up. You had an open house. You're like, man, I just, what do I say? If you literally hit the generate and generate follow-ups, it's going to generate a follow-up from the open house if you guys are doing open houses. So it'll give you the different people that came into the open house. Check-ins. Here's another one for client anniversaries. I love this one. So there's, again, if you want to just see what it looks like, just hit a demo and say, Sarah and Mike, happy purchase anniversary. It'll give you like different ideas, and then generate messages, and it'll generate the messages for you, or some ideas around what you could say to those people just to stay top of mind, stay human. Very neat. Any questions on those?
Yeah.
Barry, what do you think, man? You ready for this? All right. So here is a content generator. This is really fun. I love this one. So say you got an open house coming up this weekend. I'll just use it. So we're holding an open house this Sunday. If you upload the picture of the home. So I'm going to grab this one. So that's not the right address, but still you guys will get the point. And then it's like professional, casual, or engaging, create content plus image. And it'll allow you to generate the content for your social post plus a pic that's branded with the property attached to it, with the property address on it. So it'll first give you 3 options of what to say on AI, or excuse me, on social media. And then it'll generate a picture of the picture you upload, which would be the front of the home with the open house stapled right across it. Listing writer. So you got a listing. I heard some agents are paying for this. Maybe you don't, but this is if you have like, what kind of description can I have, or what should I write for the? So again, there's a little demo, fills in the blanks, gives you a little bit there. You can put it in there if you want to. Generate description. It'll generate a nice description for you to put in your listings. So take some guesswork out of it, and give you some ideas of what you could say about the home. Neighborhood expert. So I just put all these things. So, and here's the cool part. Let me just show you something. See this customized panel right here? If you're like, Scott, I'll never use that. So all you do is customize panel, and you just turn those off, and you won't even see them. Demo. So this is location content. So AI neighborhood expert. So you can use that one. And then the social media, if you want to go, give me 3 weeks, give me the 5-week, daily, whatever you want for social media post, and the different topics that you want, holiday events, maybe tips, education, personal brand. It's going to generate starting from, I think it starts tomorrow, the February 18th. It'll start from the date and then move forward, give you different social media posts for you, and build a calendar out that you can have ideas of what to post that day. And then the cool part is this was post Valentine's Day, so I missed it a little bit because I was the 14th, but you generate image for the post. Like this behind the scenes, my pre-showing routine. So I like that post. Generate image. It'll generate an image that should be corresponding to the actual post. Just see what it comes up with. There you go. And it's a little words with the home and somebody in the home. So now I always recommend, for the most part, when you do put a social media post out there, to put a picture with it, because people will stop and like how the algorithm works on social media or anything anywhere is if you pause or stop, that becomes your new feed, because it's like, they liked something there, so they'll show more of you, more of what you post, more of the content that you're posting about. All right. There's a flyer builder in here, which is pretty cool. Did I put a demo in this one? Let's see. Okay, it looks like it's I thought I put a demo part in here. But if you put open house, just listed, just sold, it'll create a flyer for you. That's really cool. There it is right there. There it is right there. So it's going to fill in the blanks, and look at boola. It literally, if I upload a photo, I can upload 4 photos. So let's just grab this one, this one, this one, and this one. Oops. There we go. Upload this. So it'll create a nice, cool flyer for you if you want. And voila, it's done. You just print it out and it's ready to go once you do your branding. So I'm trying to give agents like everything they need to be quick, fast, relevant, up to speed, professional. Content ideas. Here's that, and then the win stats. As you start doing these things, it'll kind of gamify it for you, and then you can kind of for the ones that. And then if you want to take your own personal notes inside here, you can do that as well. So pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's picking and choosing what best works for you and not being overwhelmed by 15 different opportunities to do it, which is always the challenge in our industries. Technology, there's so many what ifs that we go through daily, which is the same issue we have, which is why we have Scott and Greg to help us. We say we want this idea, and then it's done, and then we move on from there.
Mm-hmm.
So picking and choosing. I think one of the questions that came up, I think, Paul, you had asked it, and that it was a really brilliant question. That is, I'm one guy. How can I create an assistant without hiring an assistant within the AI use to help do some of the everyday tasks that you need done to allow you to do what you do best, and that's sell real estate? I think, was that kind of spot on that?
Yep.
Okay, so that, and I shared that with Scott, by the way. That was a good prompt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any thoughts or examples around that? I know what you just shared with us was a lot of prompting efficiency, so you don't have to go, how do I do this? You push a button because it has your idea. Huge important piece of it for sure.
Yeah. So one of the things that I would highly recommend, and I do this. I personally have a VA that does this for Mitch, and so
virtual assistant.
Yeah, VA. Sorry, virtual assistant. Yeah. So in the Philippines, she works behind the scenes. She's a junior in college. I'm grateful that I get to help her with her college. So she is brilliant at branding and social media and coming up with posts. And if you follow Mitch, you'll see a bunch of stuff that we post for him. And so this right here, this success plan, I think, to answer your question, it's like, I wanted to create this agent AI fuel to help you guys not have to think about the prompt and go, all right, I just want to have this negotiation. And one more thing before I go on, but this little thing right down here, if you just want a quick, hey, you want to ask it something really quick, you can just go right here and ask it. So anything real estate related, mortgage related, it'll literally give you what you want there. But the whole point, to answer your question, we have a million things coming at us 24/7, and one of the things that we have to, and I feel the last 20 years has been not relationship based, it's been transaction based. And so if we get back to, I would rather see people take 100 people instead of 1,000 people, go deep with those 100, know their birthdays, know their children, know their pets, know how old their kids are, and where they play sports and what sports they play. Because I call it the law of 23. And the law of 23 is every 100 you have in your database or people that already know, like, and trust you, or social media connections, they have 23 friends, family, and coworkers that if you create a referable experience, you stay top of mind, you stay visible, you provide value, you build your brand around who you are and why you do what you do, and maybe some personal things like Mitch started doing some stuff with pickleball, and Jodi does biking, and little things that you guys do. People relate to that, and they see you and they see your profiles, and they see that, oh, that's my real estate agent. That's who I bought my first home with, my second home, my investment home, my second home, all those things. And this stuff, when you're giving likes and comments on social media, you get shots. The people you're giving likes to and comments to get shots of dopamine. And so that's why social media is so out of control, because we come back for it. COVID caused it to go like spike big time, and we're still coming out of it. People are not wanting to leave their homes. They want to just stay there and be on social media. They go to restaurants, they get back on their phones because that's where they want to eat, live, and breathe. That's where they're getting shots of dopamine. So if we're there, staying relevant, staying visible, being human, putting our brand out there, they'll remember who we are when the reticular activator hits, which is the reticular activator is when someone starts thinking about buying or selling or investing, that you can't turn that off. And the average window changes all the time. But when you want to be there visible and well known when that does happen, so that you're the person they go to. So these are little things that you can do. And so Mitch and I, my virtual assistant, they do this for us. They do this for us. They do the birthdays on not only Facebook, and this is a whole other class, but on Facebook and LinkedIn, there's birthdays. But on LinkedIn, I have a dear friend that's going to be on my show next week. She's closing anywhere from 2 to 4 million just on LinkedIn alone per month. And she's got about 33,000 followers. She's just chose to pick that as her go-to. But that's more business related. It's more of a resume type platform, but there's a ton of attention there where it shows, it shows birthdays and it shows anniversaries, how long they've been at a certain place that they've worked. So we comment on those as well. And then the calls and the old leads and the text messages, it's just overcoming that fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of rejection to make those calls and just say hello. So many people tell me when their pipeline dries up a little bit, they just call and say hello and say hi to people in their phone. How's it going? And have conversations with people that are some way, shape, or form already in their phone and say, hey, I came across your number on my phone, would love to just want to say hi, how's it going? And their pipeline goes back up because now you're having conversations with homeowners and past clients and database and stuff like that. So to answer your question, how do you use this stuff? I would go, what can I implement but then farm out that's gonna keep me relevant, keep me visible, keep me relationship based, keep me human? And this is a huge one that does that on autopilot.
I'm going to ask Paul, give me an example of what you were thinking when you made that comment to me.
Okay, so I guess I have two thoughts about this. One is, if I'm going to be using AI, and my first question is, you use Chat GPT. There are several out there. So you use Chat GPT probably because you started there, I don't know. But the bottom line is, it's been listening to you, you've been feeling it. So everything that it comes from you is really from everything that you've done. It is emulating you, your style, the way you say things, etc., in whether it's printed or whether it's voice. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, it does learn who you are, but you can under AI, under ChatGPT, you can go in under About You, under the Settings tab, and give it and prompt it inside of About You, so it has a lot of information about you from the start.
So that's my question from the very get-go. I mean, it seems to me like it has to know who I am if it's going to sound like me. And so I'm thinking I'm going to dump everything into this thing. I have done newsletters for 12 years. I'm going to dump all of that stuff in, everything that I've done, right? Is that correct?
100%. 100%. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna put my website in there. I've written everything on my website. I've never used anything out of a can. I've always wanted people to feel like, oh, this is Paul. So that's actually where you start, right? Because my real question is, what eats up most of my time is those newsletters, keeping in touch with, and I have 2 that I send out, 1 to those 100 people, and then 2 to my farm, which is my own neighborhood. And it's, this just crams my time. And so I guess my thought is, my question is, I wanted to write one of my newsletters. I send it, I give it all this stuff, it knows my formatting, blah, blah, blah. Can I do that?
This gives me chills that you're asking this question, because I'm so excited to answer you that yes is the answer. So what I would do is I'd take 12 years and I would slowly upload it, not slowly, I'd as fast as you can upload it, break it, because with the $20, like I've maxed it out before in a day because it gives you so many things that you can do. It's a lot, but I would literally start loading. And I would say, I would prompt it and say, hey, this is who I am over the last 12 years. These are the newsletters I've written over the last 12 years. I want to have you peel back the curtain on all these PDFs, all these Word docs, all my website, everything. I want you to learn who I am and then store this inside of here so that when I come in, what I would do is create a project. What was your name? What was your name, sir? Paul. Yeah. So Paul, what I would do is create a project, and it's literally just clicking the 3 dots on when you start the prompt. After you put this in there, you create a project. So every time you go back into that specific project, it knows what you're talking. You don't even have to prompt it, because it knows, okay, he fed me all this information about who he is, what he does, the neighborhoods he farms, and all the letters that or all the what'd you say, blog posts or whatever you have written in the past. And so can you pull from one of the things that I've written, or pull from 3 of them and put one together? Or, hey, it's February 17th. I need a newsletter. Pull something from one of the past ones that I've done and make it year to date in 2026 and just see what it says. But you'll be blown away.
Okay. So, but that is step 1, right?
Yep.
I mean, if you want AI to emulate who you are in that personality and not sound like just some generic voice, then that's really the first step.
Yeah, it'll
100%.
jumpstart what you're trying to accomplish instead of waiting 10 years of feeding it prompts, find out what the market is, et cetera. Huge. It's a really good question.
Yeah.
Did you have some piggyback
Yeah,
that?
I just have another comment in reference to that. I'm just learning about AI as well, but I have started by building a clone. So I told it what my intentions were to build, so they got to know who I am and my emotional intelligence aspect of who I feel like I am, so that it could learn. And there's a lot of prompts that you can do to start doing that, just specifically telling it, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. But you do have to pay for more than the basic, because I don't know what the number is, but I think it was like 26 pages or 42 or something like that. It can only, the free version only gives you so many pages that you can upload. The other version gives you more pages, and maybe there's a higher paid version too, and you could just download like a shit ton. But it will learn so much so quickly that you'll be nervous like a lot of people.
Yeah, it'll jumpstart it, and I think you need to pay for it. Otherwise, you're gonna
Yeah,
get too frustrated.
and
For $25 a
and I'm
month.
just learning how much time it saves me, so you're gonna be shocked.
Is this Chat GPT?
Chat GPT.
Yeah.
So, and again, Scott, you have chosen that. What are the alternatives that are out there? Is chat really the best, or?
You know what's funny is so when the one day that I maxed out ChatGPT, I'm like, dang, now I have to go to another one because I'm not done yet. So I went to Gemini, which so I'm being told, like, this is the crazy part about this. Like, it takes a lot of energy to run AI. And so Elon's talking about put it in space, of course. But Google bought a huge electrical plant to run AI. So Google's not far behind. There's a couple of differences. Like I think it's Gemini. I'm almost positive Gemini can pull this is hard to explain. So when you go into ChatGPT and you give it a prompt, and that's the prompt that it knows, and that's, they say always start a new chat when you're starting a new topic, right? So when you do one prompt, it's like sending a text message, so you can't reference another text message in your thread, where Gemini supposedly can reference, like, hey, could you go find that where I talked about that listing presentation? Can you pull that up and find this piece of that chat, that prompt that I did, and put it in this one? So supposedly Gemini's doing that now. Another one that and I don't even remember why. This is the stuff I do at 3 a.m. Kimi is Kimi.com, KIMI.com. I start playing with. It's a new one that just came out. Something intrigued me to that one, so I'll maybe the next time we talk, I'll let you know that one. But there's certain ones that are more coder. Like my son can talk to this too. Hey Greg, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
But Greg, which one are you building the coder one with? Which one are you using to do that?
I would say ChatGPT is the best with large data.
Okay.
So like Paul's example there, it would be the best to use ChatGPT. Claude is really good with like
Claude,
data,
that's what it was.
I
That's
would
what it
say.
was. Yeah.
Yeah. Claude is really good with data. And then
Claude is OpenAI.
Claude is OpenAI. Yeah.
OpenAI, there's Gemini, which is Google,
yeah.
There's
and
OpenAI.
ChatGPT are the kind of the three main known that we all know that are sucking up all the power.
You guys
Yeah.
use Perplexity?
Which one?
Perplexity?
Perplexity is one.
I've tried that one. Yeah, I've tried that one too. I've actually tried a couple different prompts and like 3 or 4 different ones at the same time, and it just always come back to ChatGPT for some reason.
I wonder if let's just say you go into the free version of chat and say, I'm a realtor, my goal is to do this, whatever that is. Can you let me know which AI platform is best for what I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they're biased, they'll say mine, of course.
Yeah,
If not, they'll say, given what you want to do, because I agree, Claude, I just used Claude for another presentation, and it was all numeric calculations, and it was phenomenal. I haven't had that as much success with ChatGPT for a multitude of calculations. So I would check. I mean, we could even try that too.
Yeah.
But so it's a good question.
Some are better too if you're pulling graphics. Like some you'll say, can you create a graphic for this? And they'll do it right in AI.
Yeah.
Chat's not great for that.
So I use a lot of charts, and going into Excel, is chat good with Excel? Because I'd love to be able to say, create a chart with this to put into one of the newsletters, or would I be using, would I go to Claude, or is there somebody that specializes in Excel?
Well, the best part about all these AIs is they're all free to try. So I would see which graph you like the best from, like, and I would give it limited, what you like, put in there what the graph is and what you want it to, like, don't tell it what you want it to look like. Just say, hey, there's a graph I'd like to, or here's an Excel spreadsheet I'd like to turn into a graph. And or if it's something robust, you could even turn it into a web page if you wanted to. That's real special within an Excel spreadsheet that I can show you some really cool things that'll blow your mind within minutes on an Excel spreadsheet. So I'd try which one you feel gives you the best result. I think they're all getting. I mean, here's the thing that blows my mind. And Altman is the guy that the CEO of this, and he said that there's millions of things coming in at one time, and so the beautiful part about all these AIs is it's kind of I feel it's all one, and people are selling white labels of others, but some are better at coding, some are better at this and that. So I think I would just try to see which one feels most comfortable to you, because they're definitely a different feel. That's why I keep coming back to ChatGPT. And ChatGPT, OpenAI, ChatGPT is the name for OpenAI. So it's getting better and like every day. It's like, man, that just seems better than it's ever been. So as this progresses, it's taking on more information about every topic, about every question, about everything. And so I think you'll find that one might, like, I think you're going to see it do this, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever. It's just, you're going to see them race.
So that's what also I've heard, is that this is happening exponentially. I have a son-in-law who is the chair of the contrabase department at CSU, and he started building an app in the fall on his time that he was out. And by the time he was finished at Christmas, it had gone through 3 different upgrades itself. And I mean, and what I'm reading is that this is happening exponentially now.
It's happening so like we can't even comprehend how fast it's happening because like you understand it's like more and more like everybody's using it more like the every day more people are like more class Google more this like you know and so the information that it's getting is like you can't even comprehend what's happening like they not to I mean this is not a big deal for us but they're saying anybody that touches a paper in any industry is going to be like, oh, I know the story I was going to tell you, but anybody that touches a piece of paper in any industry is going to be done in 2 years. Because AI is going to be do it 24/7, 365, doesn't call in sick, doesn't, you know, like just done. I did tell you the Salesforce, that was mind blowing, but like 50% of the people love AI support over talking to a human. And that's today. Can't even imagine where we're going to be in 6 months, 12 months, 2 years.
Hey Scott, I just want to back on your agent AI fuel.
Yeah.
Like that's my brain. That's the simplicity of that. Like that feels so good to me. I just want to plug my ears and never look at anything else again. So I know that'll change soon, but I'm just saying, like for me, that I love that. That was excellent.
Thank you. And I would love, like, please don't think you're bothering me because if you go, man, I wish it did this or I wish it had this or I mean, please let me know. Let Mitch know, let me know. Like, I'll give you I'll put my email in here and I'll put my calendar in here if you guys want to spend more time. But like the only way, I mean, like I can't do this myself. I'm part of a large group and I do shows that have 70, 80 people and I'm really good at comprehending info. And when I hear something 3 times, I'm like, all right, that needs to be implemented or put in an easier fashion.
Yeah.
And so that's why I've built that. And I've been in the business long enough, 20 plus years that I'm like, all right, this should look like this or should be easier than what it is. And I don't want to pay for it anymore. I'm tired of paying for stuff and I'm tired of having my agent partners pay for stuff because it's just nickel and diamond. Like that's the one, like, you know, you end up $1,000 later and you're like, okay, am I using any of this stuff? So, that's what's going to, but, let me just put my, and then, thank you for the kind words. That was great. So there's my email and then my Meet with Scotty if you guys want to ever jump on my.
So Scott, I just tried to get into or start an account and it gets to a password and it looks like it's generated something for me, but I can't change that and I don't even know what it is. But I kind of
let me do this. Let me log out. Let me make sure there's not an issue. So right down here where it says sign up.
Yeah, well, I did a sign up.
Okay, correct. Cool. Okay. And then you just put Greg Hall. I'll just use, I don't even know if the numbers, I'll just put it in here. Let me just see what it does. Let's see.
Yeah, I can't do that. Something about this has blocked me.
What browser are you in?
Firefox.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll have to, okay. So it might be Firefox. I'll have to ask it. I'll have to ask it about Firefox.
I mean, you know, should I ask AI?
Yeah, should we ask AI?
Yeah. You know, maybe, and it sounds like, you know, if I went to a different one, I'll try a different.
I know it works on Chrome and Safari.
I'm running into more and more trouble actually with Firefox.
I'm just going to ask it about Firefox. Does this work?
Any other questions? Oh, we got you. Just right. We're left for 11 o'clock. Yep.
Thank you so much. Amazing.
All right. Yeah, good. All right. I'm glad you guys liked it. And if anything I can do to help you guys, if you, if there's a website builder that'll just, like Mitch already knows, that it'll blow your mind. Like if you want a better digital present, we can take the website you already have, take the logos you already have, take the colors you already have, put it into, it's called lovable.dev. It'll blow your mind. And I can show you how to And there's no cost for Agent AI Fuel. Like that's 100% free for you guys. I'm not going to show this to the world. I'm going to keep it like for my personal friends and coaching members. So that's going to be as long as I can anyway. So, and it'll be outdated in like 30 days anyway. So like,
Here, we'll keep it going.
yeah, I'll keep.
Thank you very
I'll try to
much.
stay
Thank
up with it.
you. Yeah. All right, Scotty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Thank you. Yep.
Talk to you this
All right, take
afternoon. All right, thanks. Bye.